Let me tell you why you're here.
Okay, so if I told you nothing happened in LawTube, would you believe me? It's true. Nothing to report on. So we'll see you next week. There is some fun stuff to talk about. First of all, we had good logic with Lady Logic last night.
I don't know what you're doing with the lights. I don't know what's happening here. You just made it much darker in here and no one can see me.
Oh,
because I hate this light. Okay. I despise this light. It's very fluorescent. Let me try and get more comfortable because this is not good. No, I'm just like.
I just kind of like the way he throws us on the bed. I feel like a turtle on his back. What are we seeing here? And then he picks us up and goes into it.
I personally believe there's no such thing as a challenge that God gives us, and all of our struggles ultimately are challenges. There's no such thing as a challenge that God gives man, that individual is not capable of overcoming, and that those challenges enable that person to become something greater than he would be without those challenges.
It was super cute. I love them together. I love this topic. There's never, ever, ever going to be a week when one LawTuber talks about God and I don't post it first. Period. End. Did I already tell you guys that Good Logic said he would come on with me and do a show, stream with me about the Bible? Talk about nervous. It's like I'm supremely confident in what I know, but next to Joe and to any practicing Jew, it's like, their knowledge is so deep, but obviously it stops at a certain point. And then, there's the rest of the story that I believe in. But I believe in his part of the story too. I believe in the Bible as a whole complete work. We don't have a New Testament without an Old Testament. We don't have a fulfilled promise without the promise that needed to be fulfilled. So there's a lot of nerves that are in me thinking about how that's gonna go. Who knows? So stay tuned. Hopefully we can do that. I say soon, but like mentally I keep being like next week and the week after, or maybe the week after that. I'll probably just do it at Christmas. Because like seriously, it gives me nerves. I want to do it, but it's like skydiving. If somebody could just push me out of the plane, I'd probably be pretty happy to like skydive. But like putting the parachute on, going up into the plane, and then jumping, forget about it. Forget about it. So Legal Mindset, he does long shows, sure, but he's pretty good at clipping up his stuff. He has an editor and they're pretty good at putting up, digestible pieces of his shows. And so I just wanted to share with you the Georgia Guidestone piece because, dude, the Georgia Guidestones blew up. And I was there last year, I was in Georgia last year, and I didn't go because who I was with didn't want to go. It's like, oh, that's okay, we'll go next time. Dude, there's no next time. So that's actually sucky. It's sucky to think about. So the lesson for this week is do it today, because you don't know if there's going to be a next time.
Are you saying to me, I didn't realize it, are you saying to me that thing was multilingual?
Yeah, it was. It had it displayed in 12 languages.
It was like the fucking the Rosetta Stone, but more globalist. Yes.
And it also acted as a calendar.
And 4 old.
Yeah, it was Ted Turner's Rosetta Stone.
Well, and to be clear, how did it end up there in Georgia?
But apparently, this is just down the street from Ted Turner's house, and so this was all Ted Turner's doing. You understand?
Sorry,
you're way too close to your microphone for that.
Yeah, watch your. Literally, all of my frogs just turned gay from that. All of them.
Legal Bites did a 20K with Andy who? Andy the Game Maker?
Hey, 0.43. There we go. So when Andy said that was going to be some hills, I didn't realize that he meant that was going to be pretty much all hills. So we did not run a 15K. We ran a 20K because I'm bad at math, and that's why I became a lawyer. Anyhow, how was that, Andy?
That was a good challenge. I enjoyed it.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I thought it was super cute. There's no way in the absolute God's green earth that I would run for anything. I can't even think of anything. What would I rather do? I'd rather go to the bike park and try to jump my bike out of the bowl. I'd rather practice that for like 2 days straight than ever run. So if I ever get 1 million subs, I'm going to take my BMX to the bike park, drop in the concrete bowl, and try not to get stuck. And I'm already like in my 40s, so if I don't get 1 million subs in the next 10 years, then I'm actually probably going to die when I try that. Maybe I'll skydive. Oh God. I'm not going to do anything for 1 million subs. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do for 1 million subs is get a seat belt and attach it to this chair so I can just be safe nonstop. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to chill. Okay, what else? Mercado Law had Drex back on, and there was so much in this show that I didn't even know what to clip. Everything was good. Everything was good. But of course, I chose this.
And they talked about dudes getting knocked out in prison, and they spit in the ass. And then okay, the moment you do that, it means that the prison has to call your mom or relatives and administer a rape kit, right? Because of bodily fluids. It's an automatic trigger.
Okay.
So dudes are out there getting knocked out, and he's like, yo, the first thing you hear when a dude goes, pow, gets knocked out, he goes, all you hear is, get that butt. And dudes, he said, it's so bad, man. They got a Glock dookie. They got the Glock dookie on them.
Wait, so dudes are getting knocked out, and then it's like open season on the ass.
Open season. But they make sure that your ass spit in first, though. Yeah, so look in the chat. Somebody knows, man.
Spit. That's a courtesy.
Yeah, he said a dude sitting there walking around with some Andy Caps hot fries and stuff, right? Eating hot Doritos and shit. Like going there with a spicy asshole and shit. It got crazy out here, man.
And this is one of those things that people are like, what's that mean, get that butt? And it's like, I don't want to explain it. Fair and Balanced had Legal Vices on, and they did a conspiracy podcast. Is that what it's called? They did a conspiracy video, and it was so good. It was so good. I mean, I could watch conspiracy theories for the rest of my life, probably. Yeah. Give it to me. So, yes, bring on more of that. Please, Faran, please, Legal Vices. This series needs to happen once a week. People love this. We love it. We're fucking weird, and we love this shit. Here's what they talked about.
They heard the voices of hell or something when they put.
Yeah, that was in Russia. They dropped a camera down into a giant shaft, and they heard like voices thousands of feet down. Some old Art Bell. There should be some old Art Bell actual tracks about Mel's Hole.
The Art Bell Mel's Hole. Like, well, first of all, why do you have that as your thumbnail? Some creepy dude coming out of a hole.
DUI guy just got back from vacation. He joined us in a live and told us that he had filmed a commercial, and so maybe the commercial is gonna come out soon. I just checked his channel and I do not see it. I actually don't see much from his channel today. Dude, Potentially Criminal does a Thursday show. I love Sean. I think Sean's probably one of my favorites because he sits there and he's quiet and you don't hear anything, you don't expect anything, and he eventually goes, that's fucking wrong. And you're like, okay, and it makes you kind of want to sit up like the principal came in. Shit, what have we done wrong? But he laughs and he smiles and he's super approachable. So, Potentially Criminal, congrats on that 10K. You deserve it. And here's Potentially Criminal's advice when it comes to speaking with the police.
Should I answer questions from police? Like I said when we started this, the cops were asking like your name and information when you got stopped. Yes. But otherwise, I would say no. Now, let's be real. If you happen to watch, some guy drag a kid out of your neighbor's house and hop into a car and take off, yeah, I would understand you wanting to talk to the cops and tell them what you saw. But overall, yes, you should shut your trap and not talk to the police. It does not help you. They are not there to help you.
Very good advice. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite things that LawTube taught me was the reason that you don't speak to police is if you read the Miranda rights, and the Miranda rights say you have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And nowhere in there does it say anything you say will be used for you. So they're not there to pick out the things that could be used for you. So if you're sitting there giving the police all this information that you think is going to be helpful, it's not. You don't know what they think. You don't know what they know. All you know is that they see you as a criminal and you need an attorney, and just ask for the attorney and stop talking. And then let's see, and then we have Law Patrol. If you guys are not watching Hayden with the Law Patrol, what's happening? What's even going on? He's probably the kindest YouTube LawTuber that there is. He's jumped on our lives. He's extended invites to his lives. I mean, he's been so kind, just so kind. And he opens Pokemon cards.
It's gonna happen. You're gonna get your first super chat with opening Pokemon.
Selena says, "Don't know anything
There it
about
is.
cards." Oh, are you serious? CG.
Now you gotta put it online.
Thanks, CG.
Boomer. And reveal. VMAX.
All B. VMAX.
All VMAX. Oh, you dick.
Besides Pokemon cards, he also has panels, obviously. This one I'm about to show you had Eric Hunley. Now I forgot who else was on it. Well, you're about to find out, because they actually pulled up that Amber Heard LawTubers list. And I was just looking at this list yesterday. I was actually looking at page 2, so maybe I'll add that. But it's so, I mean, look.
Glad I'm not on there. Leave me the hell alone.
That leads into my second surprise for Hayden tonight.
Yeah, I thought it'd be good marketing, but I think I could swing it on my own.
If you go and look at
oh,
the
look
list,
at you! Congratulations,
the
sir.
updated list. You
Right
might
after
find
Spidey, I'm
someone on
last.
there.
Yeah.
Hayden, you
Yeah.
might find someone on there referred to as the blurry ghost guy.
Nice.
Don't you? What?
I made the list.
What?
Did you? Where
no,
are you?
I'm just tugging his leg.
Oh. You know what, though? I will say one thing good about this list is it's almost like a perfect laundry list of who to follow.
Exactly. That's that's sort of why I want to get on that friggin' list.
So here is the list if you wanted to get the names off of it, so you could just sub up. I'm sure most of you already are. Look, there was Lawnerd Clips. They made the list. Who else we got here? I didn't make this list, so I don't know why they went hard on Kurt. Lawn Lumber even made the list. Entire channel, what did it say? Here's their conclusion. Anyways, these people are freaking delusional and weird.
I meant to tell you this about Faran. I could not find it, and damn, she's lucky I couldn't find it. But there's a karaoke video that I saw last night, and it looks like Faran is on a panel with some girls, maybe 4 or 5 other girls, and she's singing, and boy, could she sing. And she's feeling it. I wish I could have found it. I highly recommend. As a matter of fact, go over to her channel, comment, where can I find your karaoke video from Saturday night? And make her post it, make her repost it on her channel so we could all see Faran doing Faran. Because is there anything better than Faran being Faran?
Come on in, water's warm.
Oh, I think she wants to call her people like the Mafia, the Faran Mafia, because she's from Chicago, and it's really hard to think about what to name your people. Anyway, so that's it. Literally nothing else happened in LawTube this week. Not one thing. Not one thing. Bye. Did they leave? Okay. So now that they're gone, I just wanted to say to Grimsbar, to Madcore Mofo, to Fair and Balance, to the expert, which by the way, the expert hit 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations. It's very well deserved. He's one of my very, very good friends. Very good people. Cool Frog. Obviously Rubia. There's just been so many people behind the scenes that made this week happen. I didn't mention it in this roundup because obviously I mentioned it all week. What Divinity said this week was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? No way. He said that? I'm gonna go look. Where can I find that? Like, if you had to just give like a little snapshot of this week, I just basically said those things over and over and over again. It was absolutely a whirlwind. The support has been overwhelming, like actually overwhelming, to the point where I'm like, I don't know what these new people want to see from me. I mean, so it's gonna be a challenge, I think, for me to try and figure out, you know, how to navigate keeping 2,000, 2,500 people happy. Not that I need to keep you guys happy, I will do me, but like negative comments, there are some people, most of them are not good. Don't try to come out with negative comments thinking that you're gonna get me, because it's stupid. I was a bartender for a lot of my life. I can deal with stupidity. But some comments, they're pretty spot on, and it's like, are they right? You know? And those comments, I have to learn to let go. And that is way easier said than done, let me tell you that. There's no amount of, well, just don't think about it. Well, you're awesome. These people don't matter. None of those things matter. Trust me when I tell you that all of that shit goes through my mind. I know they don't matter. I know they're just words. But there's a piece of me that identifies with what they're saying. And so I like to sort of sit back and think about and reflect and try and figure out what it is about me. And in the internet world, it's just so fast. You know, every day it's something new. Every hour it's something new. I mean, I only gave you, what, 6 channels today? There's probably 20 channels I could have reported on. I don't have a lot of time to sit and reflect about how to, you know, make sure that I'm being me, or how to make sure that what this person said about me, you know, isn't. It's just not a lot of time to decompress. It's not a lot of time to reflect. And so thankfully I'm at a place in my life where I've done a lot of that. I've done a lot of the self-work, and I know who I am. And that's what saved me this week. You know, yeah, when you call me petty or harpy, I am. When you call me a drama queen, I am. When you call me, I mean, any of the bad things you can call me, I am those things. There's no doubt that I'm those things. I'm also thoughtful and considerate and kind and trying to do my best. And so there's those two little angels on my shoulder that one's going, bitch, why would you act like that? And the other one's going, because you fucking need to. Bitch, why did you say that? Because you fucking deserved it. You know, like there's that goes on inside of me. And at the end of these weeks, I have to brush them both off and remember who God says I am. Yes, you're petty. Yes, you're righteous. But more than those things, you're loved. And you're a conduit for that love. And it's not always going to come out like that. It's not always going to look like that. But if at the end of the day, I can remember that, I don't have to do a lot of self-reflecting. I don't have to sit down and say, did Mary 111, was she right? Am I the worst person in the whole world? Or does Mary just have a problem with Mary and she took it out on me? And I think that's probably more like it. You know, so I'm not going to be the cops. I'm not going to use what Mary said against her. We'll take it to the great counselor. You know, we'll take it to the mediator for us all, and we'll see what he has to say. And he says, if it's not good, it's not for you. And so there's this really quick check and balance I'm able to do now, where I go, even if it's true, even if there's a small aspect of what somebody has said that's true, if it's not good, it is not for me. God has my lessons in store for me. Believe that. Believe me about that. And I'm learning them yesterday. I will learn them today, and I'm going to learn them tomorrow. But I guarantee you, God comes at me with goodness, because God doesn't divide himself to teach me lessons. It might look bad because I don't understand, you know, this is what Good Logic was talking about. So that's it. That's my whole week. I really, really appreciate my people. I feel like I've found my people. And they're a bunch of absolute savages. And I love you all for it. I love you for your support. I can't tell you enough how amazing this last month was. And I'm sorry if you watched my channel and thought that I was being a real bitch this week. I was actually trying to celebrate a victory, and it kind of came off as, I don't know what it came off as. I can't care what it came off as to you. For me, this is something you guys aren't going to talk about in a month or in a day. But for me, it's something that I'll think about for a long time. It's something that's part of my YouTube experience. You know, 2 months ago I had 100 subs. This month I've got 2,500. So the growing pains are real. You know, the learning curve is steep. My equipment is trash. But my audience, you're truth seekers. I could not have written that down, put it in a bottle, and sent it across the world and asked for a better heart in an audience. That this week has been wonderful, and I thank you. We'll see you next week for more cool shit from my magical daily life. And you remember Jenna Marbles used to say that? And I make videos from my magical daily life. Well, she's not on the internet anymore. Am I allowed to steal that? So stay tuned. We'll see.